As the dust settles on the worst India-Pakistan military escalation in decades, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has launched a diplomatic offensive. Over 5 tense days, he has touched down in Iran, Türkiye and Azerbaijan. But it's his stopovers in Baku and Ankara that are drawing strategic attention. Why these two countries? What's the significance of the Pakistan-Türkiye-Azerbaijan triangle in a region on edge? Let's break it down. It all began with a deadly flare-up. On April 22, 2025, a terrorist attack in India's Jammu and Kashmir led to an Indian military strike deep inside Pakistan. Islamabad retaliated, and for 4 harrowing days, the two nuclear-armed neighbors exchanged drone fire, missiles and gunfire across the line of control. By the time the ceasefire kicked in on May 10th, nearly 70 lives were lost. During the crisis, two countries immediately pledged diplomatic support to Pakistan, Türkiye and Azerbaijan. Their stance wasn't symbolic, it was strategic. Both countries backed Pakistan's right to respond to what Islamabad termed a violation of sovereignty. In contrast, Iran called for restraint and offered to mediate. But Baku and Ankara made their allegiance clear. Interestingly, while Shehbaz Sharif's visit was billed as a trilateral summit between Pakistan, Turkey and Azerbaijan, in Lachin there were no Turkish dignitaries present. The meeting remained bilateral between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. Still, the location spoke volumes. Lachin, a former flashpoint in the Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict, symbolizes the post-war solidarity between Baku, Ankara and Islamabad. Turkiye's advanced drone systems played a decisive role in Azerbaijan's victory over Armenian forces. Pakistan, meanwhile, offered full-throated diplomatic support. It was one of the only countries in the world alongside Turkey that openly backed Azerbaijan's territorial claims, mirroring how both nations support Pakistan on the Kashmir issue.
Azerbaijan has been one friendly country, brotherly country, along with other countries in the Middle East, Turkey, who have stood by the cause of Kashmir.
In fact, Pakistan remains the only country in the world that does not recognize Armenia, a diplomatic signal of absolute solidarity with Azerbaijan.
As brothers and friends, we'll always stand side by side with you, with our brothers in Kashmir, with international law, with justice, and I am sure justice will prevail. We know very well, all the people of Azerbaijan, that during the times of occupation, Pakistan was one of several countries which always stood side by side with us. And during the Second Karabakh War, the Patriotic War, political support, straightforward statements from high-ranking officials of Pakistan supporting Azerbaijan's just position gave us additional power and strength. Pakistan is the country which did not establish diplomatic relations with Armenia because of occupation. And when we were celebrating our victory, November 2020, there have been flags of Azerbaijan, Pakistan and Turkey in the hands of our people. So this is something which makes our relations unique.
Turkey, Pakistan and Azerbaijan are collectively known as the Three Brothers, a trilateral agreement that dates back to the early 1990s. Turkey was the first country to recognize Azerbaijan's independence after the Soviet collapse. Pakistan followed closely. Since then, this triangle has only grown stronger, politically, militarily and ideologically. Year 2021, in Islamabad, the foreign ministers of Pakistan, Turkey and Azerbaijan released a joint declaration. It slammed India's attempts to alter the demographic fabric of Kashmir and reiterated support for Turkish claims on Cyprus. Two issues where all three nations have synchronized positions. From the divided island of Cyprus to the conflict-ridden valley of Kashmir, what binds these three nations is more than just shared faith or rhetoric. It's a mutual backing on what each considers a core national interest. Pakistan supports Turkish claims over northern Cyprus. Turkey backs Pakistan on Kashmir. Azerbaijan lends its voice to both. This is diplomacy built not on convenience, but consistency.
The relationship between Pakistan and Turkey is embedded in common cultural, religious, and spiritual heritage, transcending boundaries of time, geography, and politics. We look at these relations as a sacred trust that has been passed on to us by our forefathers and which we are committed to hand over to our succeeding generation.
After India revoked Kashmir's special status in 2019, Azerbaijan was among the few countries to speak up against New Delhi's move. President Ilham Aliyev called out human rights violations and backed Pakistan's stance at the OIC and other international forums. That kind of unflinching support hasn't gone unnoticed in Islamabad. Beyond diplomacy, military cooperation between these countries is growing rapidly. Turkiye is already building state-of-the-art Milgem-class warships for the Pakistan Navy. In return, it has purchased 52 Mushak training aircraft from Pakistan. Joint military exercises are becoming routine.
In the field of defense industry with Pakistan, we have had concrete cooperation projects which make us very happy. Within the framework of Milgem project, we have had the manufacturing of jointly manufactured corvettes, 2 in Pakistan and 2 in our country were built, and in line with the set agenda, the construction of these ships are taking place.
And now, Azerbaijan is being roped in. In 2024, Azerbaijan signed a massive $1.6 billion deal to procure JF-17 Thunder Block 3 fighter jets from Pakistan, a joint venture with China. These aircraft, equipped with Turkish-made air-to-air missiles like the Gokdogan and Boshdogan, are replacing Baku's aging Soviet-era MiG-29s. They bring Azerbaijan's air force to the cutting edge and signify a shift away from traditional Russian defense dependency. By integrating Pakistani Chinese jets with Turkish missiles, Baku is solidifying a new military doctrine, one built around the three brothers, not Moscow. Turkey, meanwhile, is leading the development of the Kaan 5th generation fighter jet, a project launched after Ankara's removal from the US F-35 program. The Kaan is more than just a plane, it's a geopolitical pivot. Pakistan and Azerbaijan are both integral to this project. Azerbaijan is providing vital financial assistance. Pakistan is offering manufacturing expertise with hundreds of engineers and officials embedded in the program. A joint production facility between Turkey and Pakistan was finalized in early 2025, a milestone that will reduce production costs, enhance local defense manufacturing, and eventually arm both Pakistan and Azerbaijan with cutting-edge aircraft. While officially a Turkish project, the Kaan jet has become a trilateral effort. It underscores the depth of defense integration between the three countries. It also marks a strategic counter to Western arms monopolies and a subtle nod to China's growing shadow in the defense corridors of Asia. For Pakistan, Azerbaijan also presents economic and energy opportunities. As a Caspian Sea energy hub, Baku can become a vital partner in reducing Islamabad's dependence on Gulf states. Similarly, Turkey's expanding defense sector offers alternatives as Pakistan seeks to diversify away from traditional suppliers like China or the West. This alliance has come at a cost. In 2016, Armenia blocked Pakistan's bid to become an observer in the Russia-led CSTO military bloc. Yerevan has also increasingly aligned with India in recent years, a growing counterbalance to the Baku-Islamabad-Ankara axis. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's visit to Turkey and Azerbaijan is about more than post-war gratitude. It's about strengthening a strategic arc, a trilateral bond that promises defense cooperation, diplomatic alignment, and geopolitical balance in a region that's rapidly polarizing. As India courts the West and deepens ties with Armenia, Pakistan is locking an alliance of its own, with two countries that have stood by it, not just in forums, but in times of fire. In a world of shifting loyalties, Pakistan is betting big on friends who stay true when the bullets fly. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.